Okay, hey guys, have you heard of a game or an anime called Monster Rancher or Monster Farm? I actually did not know this was originally called Monster Farm or is called Monster Farm in Japan, but apparently that's the name of it. I knew it as Monster Rancher. The first way I knew it was because of the anime. So if you don't know, Monster Rancher, as I mentioned, Monster Farm, was a video game released in 1997. And also had an anime series, which aired from 1999 to 2000. And the premise of this, if you don't know it, is that there are monsters, as you might guess. Uh, there are monsters trapped in these stone discs. Uh, and what you're gonna do, it's like Pokemon, or I don't know which came first, but anyway, it's like Pokemon in that you want to get the monsters, you're gonna train them up, and then you're gonna battle them, and you want to be the best Pokemon master. Monster mas master. I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, you want to be the best monster raiser and fighter. That's the idea. But the cool thing about this is that these stone discs in the games, see, you can see here, it's stone discs, small circular stone tablets that contain genomes of monsters. So there are archaeologists that found these stone discs, and then they found a way to pull the creatures out from them, the monsters out. And uh, what you're doing in Monster Rancher is you want to find more of these discs to find better monsters, and then you're gonna raise them like Tamagotchi style. And that's something they do mention here, is that while it's compared to Pokemon, the two series play differently. Pokemon is collection based, but Monster Rancher is like a simulated animal breeding game or virtual pet game. So it's a bit different, scratches a different itch. But the cool thing is in the 90s and let's say early 2000s, uh, CDs were like big, right? Especially music on CDs, games on CDs. You may have heard of something called PlayStation. On the anime, they had like a PlayStation and they're literally playing it. So the idea is that you have this game and you want to get these monsters, and you, the player, would go to the shrine in the game. You'd load up a CD in the game, like it would open up. The game would tell you open it up, take out the game CD, put in your CD that you want to get a monster from, close it, you play an animation, and then you get a monster. And to you, it's like magic. You don't know what you're gonna get. You will get the same monster from the same CD, so it's not random. There's actually something happening, some math or some way that each disc is giving you a monster with different properties or a different kind of monster with a different subtype. And so it really made you as a player like want to take your whole CD collection and be like, all right, what is what monsters are on these discs? I thought it was so cool when I was a kid because it was like really bridged the gap between this like game world and you, the player, real world, because items that you physically have like are in the game world now. And it's actually something that other games, I mean, it hasn't really been done in the same way since. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen such like a direct like connection in this way. Not with this kind of game, at least. So it was cool. There are a couple games, and PlayStation was what I played it on. They had a Game Boy Advance game as well. Obviously, you weren't putting like cartridges in; you were putting in like a code. Uh, but over time, it kind of like fell by the wayside. I don't know what happened because it was a cool premise. They could have done it with DVDs, they could have done it with Blu-rays, but I think it just like didn't pan out. It wasn't like as competitive as some of the other stuff. And maybe it was kind of niche. Um, look at these guys. This is Suezo and this is Mochi. Like this is like these are iconic guys right here. It's just like really interesting designs. Um, So there were two PlayStation 1 games, and a few years ago, I remember being really hyped because they had this DX coming to Steam. So I actually just bought, finally, after years, the Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX. They don't have the CD functionality, as far as I know. Um, but what they do have is they have a database that you can look stuff up. Um, I want to try it. I've tried it a little bit already, but not that much. So I want to play around with it some more here and show you. Uh, but I should have known when I was into this as a kid that this was gonna be like this should have been a hint that I was interested in science and math, right? Because there's this like whole you want to figure out what's going on within the disk, and actually, there is a website, and there has been effort done to uh, understand and reverse engineer the way that Monster Rancher worked. So here's a visual aid. You have your Monster Rancher disk in there, take it out, put your CD in, and it even shows you here. So that's how you get it. And then, yeah, so here's a Suezo. And then it's got stats, and you can decide if you want it. So people went through and they figured out like how it's working. And the way it's really based on is it looks at the CD's table of contents data. There's more that you can look into here. So just looking it up, you can see the URL up here. But they describe how they reverse engineered the process, and they talk about the new Switch, Mobile, Steam, DX method, and the database here. This has been reverse engineered. And so once you've reverse engineered it, right, like you can say, all right, the forward process of saying, I have thing A, what monster does thing A give me? And what monster does thing B give me? Once you understand that mapping, now you can start with what monster do I want? What traits do I want within it? And work backward to find, all right, what does the CD need to look like to give me that monster? So that's the cool thing here. So if you got stuck in the game, you want to progress, you could go here and you could look up in the database, you know, what CDs are going to give you what. Well, here it's songs and artists. So let's say here we want an ape. Look at this ape. Good looking ape there. And they have subtypes. So let's say plant, plant, plant-based ape. Um, and yeah, it tells you abilities, tells you stats, but it tells you what title and artist you need here. So here, look, it says Tank Z by JJ will give you apparently this ape plant. And all right, if we just want, the regular ape, now you can see that there's controllers by Bream and there's log by Heylog. I don't know what these are. These are in the database. But this is how you could get what you want. So look, here's a Suezo. Look at that. Look at that. Look at these teeth. Look at that eye. Oh, good looking. Good looking Suezo. You can get a tiger Suezo. Hell yeah. Um, but you could see like different titles and artists here. Okay, so now you're probably thinking like, what is Taylor Swift gonna give me? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you're curious, if you have the game, you can go and try it. This may be loud. Fair warning. I tried to turn the audio off, but okay, good. You should hear audio now. Oh, here's the history. Let's get the history first. Got a storyline here. So before the world broke up into pieces, there was a huge disaster. When there was Pangea that hit the world. Look at this ancient art here in like PS1 graphics. People prayed for help, and God created new life forms, monsters, I guess. However, the new life forms really taking this time. When it moves, it like hurts my eyes. Brought new troubles. It's got all that good like compression. So God became exasperated and sealed them in disc stone. So these are the things I talked about before, right? So many years have passed since then. Basically, like modern day-ish kind of thing, and God entrusted the humans with the secret of disc stones. So today, and you can see them there. Ooh, people still continue searching for missing disc stones in order to release the life forms. Look at that, sealed in them. And that's what it looks like. That's a mochi, and then they battle them. Let's not talk about the ethics of all this. They like to battle. Monster Rancher 2. I think this is the one I played. I feel like this seems more familiar than the other one when I was taking a look. Honestly, I don't know if the fighting is like the big appeal here at this point. Did it actually? Oh, cool. So it did take my save. So there is cloud save in Steam. It does work with this. PS1 graphics, baby. Can I just type? You cannot just type. Because it really is like PS1. Using my DualShock 4 right now. It's got the, by default, circle is like accept and X is go back, and that keeps throwing me off. Male or female, and yes. So I'm gonna do trainer, or, oh, take a trainer type test, so here we go. When I am absorbed in something, I don't notice what's going on around me, yes. In order to truly succeed, sometimes I need to make a risky choice. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm usually risk averse, but once in a while. In a battle, what counts in the end is mental power. Sure. If I have to choose, I like spring better than winter. No, actually, I like winter. Before I start proceeding with something, I should make sure it's safe. Yes, risk averse. Unfortunately, or fortunately, in this world, money can solve most problems. No. I believe that aliens exist. It seems like probabilistically like likely, right? However, I generally assume things are not aliens until, you know, we have really solid evidence. When I am ordered to do something I like, I'm confused. It's like too good to be true. Yeah, let's say that. If someone does something displeasing, I should not behave the same way. Okay, this is like a should. Yeah, you should not just say, like, I'll go along with it. When I see people who are in need, I can't ignore them. Yeah. So, I don't know. These affect the trainer, or like the assistant that you get. And I don't know how much it actually impacts it. Because I didn't have the same answers and questions before, but I got the exact same. 92 out of 100, a little bit hasty. So I don't know, maybe it's different. I don't know what those questions affect. So Coltia, hi Colt. All right, and yeah, we're gonna get to the major 4, I guess. It's like the Elite 4 or something, you know, in Pokemon. Anyway, we're going to a shrine. We don't need to talk about all this. I'm still a rookie here. Yeah, I'm a rookie too. The Major 4. Oh, wait. No, let's know. The highest ranked tournaments of all. These are the tournaments that only the strongest and selected monsters can participate in. It is the goal of every trainer to win victories and get these. Okay. No more questions. We're good. I know enough. It's been like, I don't want to say how long it's been since I played this. But let's go to Shrine. It is our first time going. We generate monsters using disc stones. CD. They tell the player. These are CDs, okay? And slates. Backup data of Monster Rancher. Oh. So I guess you can load Monster Rancher backup data. I haven't done that. That's interesting. Disc stone. So here we are. This is the interface. This is not how the CD thing worked, obviously. Like they would tell you put it in a CD at this point. But now we can search. Oh, it's got history. Oh, it remembers from my Steam Deck. I did Diablo. So this was... something fun about this game to me that also kind of blew my mind because they really wanted it to be oriented toward like music CDs. You can see that here, CD tune. Um, but man, you could put anything into it, right? So I would put like video games. I would put I think at one point there were those like America Online, this AOL like free trial disc. Of course you can put other PlayStation games, right? So it was fun. Yeah, let's first try what's a game that we could try. Does keyboard Oh, keyboard works for this. Oh man. What's Final Fantasy 13? That's not a CD, that's a Blu-ray. Oh, I can use the mouse here. Okay. Um Final Fantasy. Let's just search that. Damn it. Final Fantasy. Let's go. We have 9 pages. Title, artist, so the Final Fantasy. Okay. Square. Final Fantasy Anthology. Chronicles. Collection. 1, 2, 3. Exvius. Oh, music. 4, 9. Final Fantasy 9. There you go. Legit PlayStation game right there. Final Fantasy Tactics. Hey, if you're playing the remake of it, here's the OG right here. 8. I love Final Fantasy 8. Okay, you get the idea. Let's go back. Let's try Taylor Swift. Let's see. They got anything here? Oh, they do. Look at that. You got Fearless. They got 11 pages. 1989. Folklore, Evermore. There you go. They got some. How about some Linkin Park up in here? Search. Hybrid Theory, Meteora. Yeah, boy. What about Hanabiye? I'm really pushing the limits here. Okay, that's a good Japanese rock metal band. Should check them out. But let's actually generate something now. So, oh my God. What's something we can do? Star Ocean, the second story. Let's do that. Bam, generate. I regret to tell you that this rare monster can be generated only by an authorized IMA trainer. Please come again. What? What does that mean? Okay, so apparently they put some guardrails on things so you can't just get something badass to store. I don't know. Okay, we gotta try again. Who's another one? Beast in Black. Got anything here? Oh yeah, Berserker. I was just listening to this album earlier today. Let's try. No! That's actually interesting. This didn't happen earlier. Nightwish. Once. Here's the big moment. Okay, third time's the charm. There's our Suezo. But he's got a subtype. What's up with him? I think there's something wrong with the game speed. Why is this so fast? Okay. Funny looking monster. Do you want to take this to your ranch? Yes. Let's do it. This is gonna be our baby. Oh, did it give me any information about it? We'll just call you Suezo. I was gonna say the gray, but we don't have enough letters, so it's just gonna be that. Yes. Now his name is Suezo. Register with that. But yeah, there's other stuff here. There's a market. Get. I like how it's called Get. Oh, so you can sell your Sell your monster once it's trained. Okay. Job. Anyway, there's a bunch of different stuff here. We can go to the ranch. Let's check that out, at least. So you decide what food you want to give it. You have it do different training. And then eventually you do battles. Let's give it some meat to start with. Oh, you gotta find out what he likes. Oh, I'm pretty sure they do die, by the way. Not to scare you. But I think when they get so old, just one day, they're gone. I mean, they're not gone. They tell you what happens, but... Master Pabs. Not to be confused with Mr. Pibb. An appointment. Suezo is very well. How are you doing? So let's do behind a hill, apparently. Let's do a drill. Oh, you can decide what you want to work on. So you can strengthen different aspects of them. So let's just try shoot. Then let's begin the drill. Yes. Good job. Success. And then your skill, I guess, increases. So you increase your stats. Then they can do battle. Oh, we can do a battle here? Oh, yeah. So you have to build up loyalty. Otherwise, they won't listen. No. But yeah, so you like rank up. There's different months, different weeks. So you got to plan out what you're going to do. And then you can move up the ladder. And I guess get to the major 4. Anyway, that's the game. Mostly generating monsters is fun. That's my takeaway here. But look at this little guy. He becomes your little guy, and you hang out with him, and you get stronger. See him win fights. You know, it's good stuff. So that's Monster Farm or Monster Rancher. Maybe go check it out. See if it's your thing. If you've never played one of these games, try it. It's old. I get it. It's old, but you might find that you enjoy it more than you expect. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Have a good one.